The Lotus is hiding something, and I will get to the bottom of it.
Exodus. Some primordial form. An engine for self-manipulation. What will it do for me?
What has he found?
Not alone. Who is there?
Nata, where are you? You cannot hide from me.
All of you retreat now!
Nata, who have you become? Does this form remind you of what you once were? Time has carried my seed so very far from the branch.
Pupil, what is your Lotus hiding? Who is Nata?
So as y'all can see, there's some shady stuff going on between the Lotus, Till, and Teshin. And in this video, we're gonna uncover their secrets. So welcome back, y'all, to a new episode in the Warframe playthrough series. This is basically a series where you get to see me go from MR0 all the way to maximum MR. And the reason why I say maximum MR is because I think right now the current max MR is like Legend 3 or Legend 4. But I mean, this series is gonna go for a while, and I'm pretty sure by the time I'm about to hit the max MR, it's probably gonna jump up to like 5 or 6. So just stick with me, it'll be a while. And if this is the first episode y'all are seeing, go ahead and make sure to check the link in the description to go watch the previous episodes. And I also have a playlist on my channel titled Warframe Playthrough, so y'all can go to the very first episode if y'all haven't seen that one either. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it.
Pupil, what is your Lotus hiding? Who is Nata?
My name. My old name. It is not who I am now. We need to focus on now, not history. We need to seal the tomb.
So basically, in the beginning, you saw Till Rager, the mission boss. He was basically trying to drill into this like old ancient tomb to unlock some sort of like self-advancement, self-augmentation to make himself stronger. And what he didn't know is that he was in the process, he was unlocking some part of the Lotus, or as she used to call herself, Nata. And by the way they made her seem is that Nata is some crazy sentient being who is just like a destroyer of worlds. So basically, we are working for the Lotus, and right now we don't know who she is or what she's capable of. And so right now she's tasking us with kind of blowing up Till Rager's like safe spot, just so we can seal the tomb, so it won't unleash an old part of Nata or whatever she used to be.
Destroy this tomb? Destroy our history? Vandals!
Those who pilfer meat from lions are either foolish or starving. Which are you, Regor?
Nata, why did you betray me? Why did you not finish the sequence you started? Why did you stop at the last?
What is it talking about, Lotus?
We crossed the gap, wombs and ruin, to bring an end to this. We severed worlds. Let them destroy me. Why is the sequence not complete?
Most intriguing, Lotus. Do you two have a history?
My own daughter, the last of my womb. How can you do this?
Lotus, what are you not telling us?
Focus, Teshin. We need focus. Hold on, Tenno. It's almost armed.
You betrayed us. As I awake, so will they. They will say you are Riven and want to reclaim you. I will not be able to stop them. Finish the sequence, and I will forgive you. Fail at this, and you will be reclaimed by your own father.
Nata, Lotus, you cannot hide this past any longer.
There are gaps. I had my mission, and I have completed it. All but the last sequence.
to destroy the Tenno.
The war was over, so I hid them away. In the second dream, I could not destroy them.
And yet, you were born to. So tell me, what made you stop to reject your nature?
All missions to the Origin system required a sacrifice. Me and my kind become barren when crossing the gap. It is the one flaw we never overcame.
Nata wanted children of her own.
Nata was the daughter, until I destroyed her. Now, I am the Lotus. Now I am the mother.
Well, that is a lot to unpack. But before we talk about what just happened, can I just say the Lotus reminds me of Darth Vader, because she's talking about destroying the daughter, destroying Nata, like they're two separate people. Like that's a little Darth Vader-ish to me. So it turns out the entity that Till Regor dug up was the Lotus's father. And so I guess they were working with us, the Tenno, to fulfill a war, And so they were working with us to win the war. And once it was done, I guess the father told the Lotus to kill us, to destroy the Tenno because we're so powerful. But, she was like, I can't do that. So she hid us away in the second dream. This is getting crazy. And this is why, I love Warframe. So after we sealed the tomb, now it is time for us to kill Till Regor.
First you, Tenno. A dissection? No. That sounds too humane. Your death will be painful.
Now, if y'all seen the last videos, which hopefully y'all have, y'all know that the issue what I was facing during the series was damage. And this mission is probably the most difficult mission I've had to go through yet, because Till is just teleporting around, I'm doing no damage to him. And so here is where I decided I'm putting progress over pride. So you know what I did? I went up to that little area in the top left of my screen and I put it to public. Now listen, I know I said I was gonna be doing my star chart solo, but I want to make progress. I want to get all the stuff in the game as quick as I possibly can, and I cannot do that without getting past this guy first. So I loaded up the mission, and long story short, my teammates were OP. They were basically one-shotting him throughout all the stages and phases that he had to go through. So yeah, easy mission with other people. But I was still holding my weight. I was putting my mag bubble on them every now and then so my teammates could do more damage. So I played like a little bit more of a support role in this mission, but it's all good. We got it done. And now I was able to move on to the Neptune Junction and defeat the Frost Spectre with ease. And now it's time for me to start the second dream.
Who destroyed the organ? Your way of life. Whom do you hunt, Shadow, to cleanse your despair in their blood? Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you. Lotus! I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Anhao, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, cleave it beating from its nest.
So here we are introduced to Anhao, the sentient destroyer of worlds. who is Natah / the Lotus's father. And it turns out the Lotus has hidden us away in a womb in the sky, which they call the heart. And Hun Hao is not able to get to the heart. So he is going to use this being to try and get to our heart to ultimately destroy us. So naturally, the Lotus is going to deploy us on a string of missions to try and prevent Hun Hao from reaching our heart.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hun Hao.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
Hun Hao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
So this story has taken a turn for the worse. Everything's going downhill. It turns out Hun Hao can actually read the Lotus's mind. So she can't really talk to us and explain to us what's going on, or else she'll accidentally reveal our location to Hun Hao. So we have to work with Alid V, who in the past, if you don't remember, he's the guy with the dog who tried to kill us. So we're working with him now, and he's trying to lead us to some ancient artifact to try and stop Hun Hao.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger, Hun Hao's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no!
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
Oh my gosh, bruh. It turns out the one thing, the very thing we were trying to stop is the one thing that we allowed to happen because we touched a piece of Hun Hao. And now he knows exactly where we are located. So this is just, it's very bad now. Hun Hao knows our exact location. So we're gonna see how we can rectify this.
This needle pierces the sky. Nata, will we find the Tenno heart within? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My Lotus, you make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
Hun Hao's found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alan distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You need to find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Oracle called Aladri. Your silence soon comes.
You did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator, how did you get through to me? Don't worry, Otis is on his way now.
preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
The Stalker is heading toward the Void control room. Track the...
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their last.
No. If the Void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the Void control room and stop the Stalker.
Hiding the moon in the void. Quite the magic trick, Lotus. But Tenno, you must be asking yourself, where is this heart, if not in my chest?
It is done.
The moon will be crushed by the weight of the void. The sky will be as it should be.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
I didn't want to have to do this, but the collapse is imminent. If the reservoir is to survive, we need to pull the moon out of the void. Here, help me disrupt the void compasses to reorient the moon.
There is no salvation for your crime.
Nata, you trust this Orokin blood who would chisel weapons from our bones?
Get close to the void compass.
You cannot stop the inevitable.
The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
What was that?
Orokin, the noise you make will cease now, and forever.
Uh-oh, Hanau's found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own skin. Don't forget our deal, Lotus.
So Alad V bailed on us, of course. Who could have expected that? I don't blame him though. Like, the sentient destroyer of worlds was coming after him. I would have left too. But anyways, we were able to save the void from collapsing, which would in turn crush the reservoir. So we were able to redirect the compass and move the moon. So, I mean, that's some crazy stuff. But now we have to go and save the actual reservoir. Save the heart.
The moon is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. We saved the moon from a void collapse, but Hanhao can now attack the reservoir directly. He must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
This will stop the voices from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
Lotus, join with me. Destroy your shame. Become the one I love. Become Nata once more.
So shame on you! You Orokin! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dak soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
Hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
So it turns out that we are controlling the Warframes. We are not ourselves the Warframe. We put our minds inside of the Warframe to make them do our bidding.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link. Stalker! How?
Leave this place.
One more time.
Stop them, Shadow. Shadow's power will join the sky. No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within.
Alright man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We completed the second dream and we somehow saved ourselves. Our Warframe saved us. I don't know how that happened because, you know, the Warframe is lifeless. We control the Warframe. I don't know if we're just so powerful to the point we can control the Warframe without being in contact with it. But hope y'all enjoyed. If you watched all the way through, drop a like, drop a sub so y'all won't miss what happens next. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.